The number you have reached, 911, has been changed to a non-published number.
You're listening to UCW Radio. In your face.
Welcome to another segment of UCW Radio. This is your host, Lou, a.k.a. Falcon Coparis. And I want to thank all of our listeners for the continued support just by listening as we look to increase our listenership by a large margin in short order. So stay tuned as we also bring on some amazing guests. And you can hear their inspirational stories and find out what's going on with them and so on and so forth. Today on the show, we're going to have a very special guest. She's not only a top fitness model and competitor, but she's a mom, wife, and true inspiration. From being a spokesperson for All-American EFX to competing in just 8 days in 2 different divisions. This girl has lots going on for her, and I know that you will find her story amazing. But before we bring her on the line, I have to give you some information. Listeners can actually call in when the show is live, or if we're not live. Get a pen and write down this number where you can actually call in, leave your questions, comments, whatever you want to do. It's 323-215-1446. That's 323-215-1446. And if it's interesting enough, it'll get on the show. And you can go to ucwmagazine.com and just see who we have on, and you can actually leave a question, comment, or something for our guest. Also, if you're on Twitter, then shoot me out some questions or comments while we're live, and we'll read them off. You'll know who the guest is, so you can just shoot out questions for them, and we don't have to be live. You can do that at any time, and again, if it's interesting enough, it'll get on the show, and if it's something ridiculous, well, forget about it. My Twitter name is Louis Velazquez. That's LOUISVELAZQUEZ. Follow me and ask away. Now, without further ado, let's patch in top fitness competitor, top fitness model, mom, wife. She's a total package. Charla Cormier. Charla, thank you so much for joining us today on UCW Radio. It's a pleasure to have you on the line with us.
Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure.
Well, it's our pleasure. We always appreciate the time that our guests put aside for us because it means a lot. It gives us the opportunity to tell your story. Charla, most of our listeners know you as being a top fitness model / competitor, but there's a lot more to you than meets the eye. You're a former gymnast and an all-around athlete. You're a mom, and your journey has been both tragic and inspirational. So let's start. I think our listeners are going to really find this interesting, inspirational, and they may shed a tear. I don't know. All I know it is heartfelt. So let's start with the little girl, Charla, who grew up in rural Marble, Texas.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, you were a gymnast. You were a gymnast at a young age, weren't you?
Yes, I was. Well, my mother found me just bouncing all over the house, so she decided to put me in gymnastics at the age of 5. I quickly advanced to intermediate gymnastics, and I went into advanced gymnastics by age 8.
You were in advanced gymnastics by 8? Wow.
Yeah, I went in. I remember going in when I was 5. I mean, I know it sounds funny that I remember that, but I just do. I was excited, and they were just throwing all these skills at me and cartwheels, and I mean, I was just nailing them, and I've never really. It just came natural to me. So, by age 8, I was competing in gymnastics and loved it. I loved the competition, and I think that's just where my whole love of fitness and competing and all that really began.
And that was the time that you, little Charla said, "Hey, I want to compete. I want to be competitive." You probably scared the boys around.
Well, I did. It was so funny is that, I started, doing gymnastics, and I noticed my body kind of changing. I was getting a little muscular, and especially in the arms.
Mm-hmm.
And I always had these little boys always ask me, Charla, show us your guns, do a bicep, show me your biceps or whatever. I would just start cracking up because, they were kind of big. I mean, for my age, it was just the whole gymnastics and everything that the training I did, hard training, very definite, hardcore conditioning back then. But, my coach was awesome, loved her.
Yeah, I know all about that. I used to be a gymnast myself way back when. That's a long time ago.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't do that today. My God.
Oh, I know. I actually can still do it. So.
Well, I'm sure you can still do it. Look at you. You're in tremendous shape. So you started there, but now, what were you, when you were in gymnastics? What was your specialty? The high bar? What were you doing? Parallel bars?
Bars. I was awesome in the bar area. Floor was my specialty. I could do double backs, double fulls, which is a triple or a double twist in the air in a complete layout position, doing a round off back handspring into a double full. That's pretty much the top that I got. I mean, I was able to do double backs too, but just back then, gymnastics was that level, just doing those types of tricks was, top back then. So, but I was very advanced for my age.
Well, the other thing is that gymnastics, bodybuilding, fitness competition, everything evolved over the years. Everything's so much different now,
Yeah, it is.
So you can't do that. I mean, kids nowadays, they were involved in that. The stuff that was done 10 years ago is like basic stuff now, which is interesting.
I know. It's really, that's crazy.
Yes.
But,
called raising a bar, and thank God I'm older, so I'm done.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh my goodness, I'm glad I'm not having to do all that. That's too hard.
That's funny. From there, you went to high school, and as you said, and as I know, you were very competitive, not only in sports but in other school activities. I heard that you were a dancer as well. Is that true?
Yes. The drill team.
So what do you look? Do you still dance? Are you going to go on Dancing on the Stars? Is that where we're going to see you next?
I wish. That would be actually kind of fun. I would love to do that. I actually had a thought of wondering how to get on that, so that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're out there. All you need is someone out there that's on the show to hear this and get you on, because God knows it's interesting to have you on there, because I think you would take your partner, spin him around. He may not come back. He'll probably keep spinning for days.
Yeah, I'll be in the lead. I'll be the leader. Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be. Oh my God. But you were in college for a little bit after high school. Because when you were in high school, you were dancing, you were cheerleading, doing all that jazz. You were involved in a lot of sports. You went to college, and what happened? You left and you wanted to get.
I don't know. My drive and passion was just fitness and trying to just, help people get healthy. I was trying to really figure out the whole thing. And that's when I just realized, I'm just not really interested in the books and the studies and all that. I want to find out about this fitness and, health and how to stay healthy and the nutrition part of it and, weightlifting and I was just so interested in all of that. And so I just said, you know what, that's the way I'm going to go. So I got certified as a personal trainer, started training people, still learning, how this combination of things work. But yeah, I just gave up college because my passion was really into fitness.
And I'm going to state something here so our listeners understand. You didn't leave college to sit on the couch and figure out what you were going to do. You had a dream.
No.
And traditional education wasn't going to help you with that you chose to go still with education, but educating yourself in fitness. Right. I need to clear that up so people understand that.
I definitely, I got a job working as a manager in the GNC, General Nutrition Centers. I was always online trying to educate myself with nutrition, just trying to get more knowledge to learn more about this so that I can help people. I learned tons and tons about supplements, herbs. I have a book that I still read. It's called Nutritional Healing. It's a wonderful book that can help you figure out what types of vitamins, minerals, herbs to take for sicknesses or anything like that. It's just a wonderful book that has really helped me learn a lot of things. But more so just getting online and educating myself through that, and of course my own experiences with the weight gain, after my kids and all that. I'm sure we'll talk about that here in a minute.
We're going to get into that in a second. I want our listeners to get a really good idea of your journey, and that is the purpose of this, because you have a very interesting journey. Just to touch on this, right now you are a personal trainer.
Yes, I am.
Okay, all right.
Yes, I am working out of Anytime Fitness here in Bakersfield.
Okay.
And I train lots of people, so I'm helping lots of people, which is what my main goal is here.
Well, that's a big thing. Now we're going to move forward a little bit. We're going to move to the year 2000.
All right.
You got married in 2000 to your now hubby, Rob, and you were still living in Texas at the time. And
yes, we were.
Yeah, and this is kind of when your story becomes tragic. I know it's going to be hard, but can you tell us what happened?
Yes, I can. It was a big tragedy, but it's made me stronger, and I'm able to talk about it a little bit more now than I used to. So, in 2000, my husband and I got married, and we wanted to start a family right away. So, immediately I got pregnant, and we were all happy.
Rob's quick.
And yeah, it really was. It happened really fast. We were like, what? We weren't expecting that.
You go, Rob. Go ahead.
Oh, no. He's going to want to hear that. Anyway.
You got to give him his props a little bit.
Oh, right. I know. But in my 7th month of pregnancy, I went to the doctor to make sure everything was okay, and they noticed that the baby's heart was a little bit enlarged. And they said, don't worry about it. We're going to get you in to see a doctor about that. We're going to have a sonogram on him and everything. And we quickly found out that he was going into congestive heart failure. Wow. And that he was having a heart anomaly, which part of the valve in his heart didn't develop all the way, which didn't allow the blood to flow in the right direction. It was just kind of getting backflow. So that created the whole congestive heart failure and stuff. So I had to be rushed to the hospital, and we had an emergency C-section. And they did absolutely everything they possibly could to save him, and he lived 6 days, and then he passed away. Oh, but that was a huge tragedy for us. It was just the weirdest feeling to leave out of that hospital without your child. It was just really, really hard for us. But at that time, we were just blown away, didn't know what to do. We were just, that was just I was just a wreck, I guess I should say.
I can imagine.
So we just needed something different. We wanted to just move from our house. We didn't know where we were going to go. But anyway, we moved out to California and tried to start all over again. We just had to get away from everything. And that's what we just moved out here to California. Rob has some family out here and a family business that's out here. And so he started working for the family business. Okay,
well, let me say this, and just for you and Rob, that you guys must have a strong marriage, and I'm really sorry to hear about what happened, but you guys have to really have a strong marriage to withstand such a blow, and God bless you, because that's a rough thing for anyone to deal with. And, when now you're telling the story, it's like, wow. And I really,
Yeah.
there's not much more for me to say about that, but I'm sorry to hear about that. But you moved to California. God graced you with 2 healthy and wonderful children.
Yes.
But something snapped in you one day. You were looking at a picture of yourself, and something happened. You had a defining moment of clarity. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, I can. After the first pregnancy and the tragedy and everything, I just kind of I was very depressed. I ate a lot. And then, of course, you know, like you said, we were blessed with 2 children. And my first child, my second child I had in 2004. I am so sorry, 2003.
Okay.
It seemed like I was pregnant forever. But I had...
That Rob?
Yeah, I know, that Rob. So I had my second child in 2003, and when he was 4 months old, I got pregnant again. And
man.
I know, right? Okay, that Rob, right?
Rob, you're the man.
I know. Okay. He's really going to want to listen to this interview. That's so funny.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it.
2004, I had my third child. And at that point, I was huge. I felt miserable. I was bigger than a house. And my mom had come down to see the babies and everything. And she was visiting. And, you know, as you do, you take pictures and all this stuff. Well, I remember not feeling I just felt awful. And we were standing in front of the fireplace, and I was holding my baby, and we're snapping this picture, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm so fat. I hate the way I feel. I don't want to take this picture. And when I saw it, I was just like, you know what? It's my choice. This is it. I am not doing this anymore. I'm not going to feel like this anymore. And I just snapped. I was like, I'm going to turn this whole thing around. I'm going to show all mothers and all new mothers that you don't have to be an overweight mom. You can break that mold. It's your choice. And I just immediately got online again, started, you know, looking to educate myself even further with this fitness. I was like, I'm going to beat it this time. I am just going to learn everything that I possibly can. And I'm going to try to help, you know, other people that are in my situation. So I did. And I was online. I was looking at competitions and PC competitions. And I said, you know what? I'm going to enter myself in one of those competitions. That's going to give me a good goal to shoot for, the date, you know. I had my little girl in March of 2004, and I competed in December of 2004, 9 months from the time that I had her. I went from 170 pounds to 126 pounds on stage.
Wow. You went straight. You went straight for an NPC competition. You couldn't go to a local yokel, huh?
I didn't want to. You know, I just wanted to do. I always knew NPC because my brother actually did bodybuilding competitions through NPC back when I was in high school. He actually is still kind of in. He is into fitness. He's very fit. He's 40 years old and he has abs.
Oh wow!
So I actually,
We don't want to talk about him. I'm joking.
But anyway, so I knew NPC, and I knew that, you know, that's the one that I wanted to go through. So I did one of their shows, and like I said, I did that within 9 months. On stage competing, I landed 6th place out of 12 girls that day, and was so proud of myself that I had actually, you know, done what I said that I was going to do for the very first time.
Well, that's quite an accomplishment. That really is.
Yeah.
Your first competition. I mean, 9 months after your daughter was born.
Yes.
You are training. You're training for a competition. You're training for this, getting into shape, dieting. Meanwhile, you're taking care of your kids, doing all this stuff. And the reason I'm saying all this stuff so our listeners can hear this, because it wasn't like you were a single girl competing.
No.
You, a mother of two, you have a husband at home, you're cooking dinner, you're taking care of the kids, the diapers, the whole 9 yards, doing your thing, training hard, and also training people all along the way, and still able to compete in 9 months and place 6 out of 12 people.
Yeah.
That's huge. And you did that, and you never looked back.
Never have I looked back. It was just like I said, that picture, when I saw that picture, it was like, wow, who is that? You know, I don't want to be that person anymore. But my training, I want to mention this. You know, a lot of women say they don't have time, they don't have this, they don't have that. Well, you make time, and my training time, I woke up, I was actually a member of 24-Hour Fitness. I would wake up at 3 o'clock or 3:45 was either one of those times, and I was at the gym by 4:30 in the morning, getting it done, training myself, and getting back before my babies woke up, before my husband went to work. And when you're dedicated, you can find the time. And, you know, a lot of people say, well, I don't get enough sleep. Well, go to sleep. You've got to schedule yourself. I mean, just like you schedule with your kids, hopefully. You know, there's a schedule there. But, I mean, if you don't have a schedule, you don't really know what you're doing, especially if you're trying to do a competition or even just achieve a goal. So there's got to be some kind of
you need some goals. Things have to be, you have to set it up so that you are actually reaching for it, because, you know, it doesn't come easy. Nothing worth having comes easy. And with what you did, you know, getting up and, you know, for people that are listening to the show, getting up and going to the gym 4 o'clock in the morning is the best, because you know something? You don't realize you're doing it, so you get it over with. That I do know, because I had some of my heaviest benches at 4:30 in the morning because I didn't even know what I was doing. You know?
I know.
You know?
And sometimes I would forget, I already trained. I would be all happy and everything because, I mean, it's like you just forget about it.
Yeah, it's like, I mean,
you get it over so early in the morning, it's funny.
But it kicks off your day. It kicks off your day. It puts you in a good mood, and you feel good. The blood's flowing, and all that stuff, and that's great. And so there are no excuses. That's the bottom line. There are no excuses here.
No excuses.
Okay.
None at all. I don't ever. I mean, I still try to, you know, I have those little thoughts of, well, I can't do this today, or I can't do that today, and I remind myself, no, you can. You make time. You do it when you have your time. I mean, training. When you train, you only need about 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes to get, you know, something in. I mean, out of 24 hours in a day, that's nothing. So it can be done. People just need to, you know, make that a goal and stop making excuses and stuff like I used to.
Well, everybody goes through that time where you're like, oh, it's so easy just to stay in bed for that extra hour or two, or stay home after work. Oh, I'm going to watch the news or watch a TV show, and you start eating dinner, and I'll go tomorrow, and tomorrow becomes a tomorrow to the week, to the month, to the year, and then you're on a cycle. And at the end of the day, people, you know, they need to realize that it's about your life and living a better way so you can enjoy life, because you have one life. One life to live. And if you don't do things in this life, it's not like you're going to automatically come back in another life and say, okay, let me try again. No, you have to do it now.
That's right. Exactly.
And you competed a lot. You know.
Yes.
Can you tell us about some of your competitive accomplishments?
Well, of course, the first one was like tops, because I just was so proud of myself for, you know, making my goal that time. But the second competition I didn't do until I wanted to come back with more muscle. So I gave myself 2 years off. I didn't come back for my second competition until 2006, and I placed second in that show.
Nice.
Yeah, I was leaner than I've ever been, and I had so much more muscle on me, and I really just trained really hard to do that. I was qualified for nationals. I went to nationals. I placed 16th in nationals in the USA's in Vegas, which was big. There were about 200 and, I don't know, it was one of the biggest shows that they've had. It was like 200 and something girls. Not just in my group. They were all split up, but
Right.
within my group, I think there were about 40 girls, something
Okay.
like that. But did well there. I was proud of myself. It was hard competition.
Yeah.
But
Well,
anyway,
it's a
and then,
different animal. It's national, so you have people from all over the place.
yeah, it was a huge show.
Yeah.
Huge show. But very proud to be there and honored to be there. It was a lot of fun. But anyway,
So,
the competitions were just something that I love doing. I'm actually preparing for another competition right now.
mhm.
In about 8 days, I'll be on stage again.
I see, and you were able to take time out for us today, and that's great.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. Now, you're such a nice
Oh,
person.
absolutely.
You're so nice.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. So you've been on stage. You've done a lot of things, and right now you're a spokesman for a couple of brands, but that's not all you do. You're sponsored by Eric Nolan of Extreme Martial Arts.
Yes.
And then you also have your own venture called the Caveman Plan. Now, just that Caveman Plan, I want to hear about that. Let us know about Eric. What are you doing with Eric and Extreme Martial Arts? And what else are you sponsored? What other companies are you a spokesman for?
All American EFX Supplements. They are a drug-free supplement company.
Mhm.
They sponsor only drug-free athletes. We are drug tested randomly, just to make sure that we are drug-free.
Mm-hmm.
I've been with them since 2004. Let's see, 2004? No, since 2006. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, that was at my second. I met them at my second show, and they were fairly new, and just was trying to gather some athletes and everything. So I came aboard, and Eric Nolan. I got in contact with him because I tried one of his kickboxing classes.
Mm-hmm.
And loved them. I was just like, this is so challenging for me, and it's just something that I have just fallen in love with. And I said, you know what, I need this for my training. And I just told him that I compete, and then I do figure competitions and things like that. And he was just all for it. He was like, yeah, come on, I'll sponsor you. You can just come any class you want, do Muay Thai, do whatever you want. So he's really, really sweet guy, and just has allowed me to come into their facility and train.
All right, so you work out, you're doing fitness competitions, you have muscles, and you're also taking kickboxing and Muay Thai and everything. Yeah, I'm not messing with you.
That's what my husband says.
Yeah, well, Rob, take it easy, buddy. So that's but you have beyond that, you're doing the Caveman Plan. Now, I want to hear about that. Go in detail with that, because I find that interesting.
Okay. Well, the reason why I came up, actually, my brother and I came up with this eating plan.
There goes your brother again. You're bringing him up again.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you just say who he is, so people, they're familiar with him too. Go ahead.
Okay. His name is Brian Northcutt.
Okay.
He's my brother, and he's 4 years older than I am.
Okay.
No, I'm playing. But he, like I said before, he was a former bodybuilder.
Mm-hmm.
And when I started doing these NPC competitions, I would call him for just support and help with my diet.
Okay.
And some training tips and things like that, because he had done it before. So anyway, he and I kind of got together, and we were just like, what is the key to training, to getting lean, to getting your body to shed that fat and everything? Is it the training, or is it supplements? Is there a magic pill out there, like everybody's searching for? It's really, really not. It is so much in just the nutrition that we eat, how we eat, the portions, and things like that. So he and I got together, and we're like, you know what, we're gonna do this. We're gonna come up with a good eating plan that's easy for people. We're gonna have competitor plans. We're gonna have basic men and women's plans. And the basic men and women's plans are the ones that I put all of my ladies that I train on. Very simple. We have a coded foods on there that they eat from, and it's a balance of foods. This is not a low carb diet. This is not we're restricting your foods. You can eat out in restaurants. You just go by these color codes. It actually, with the food list that you put on your refrigerator, you just choose. Like, we have 3 different color codes, list of foods, and you choose what you're going to eat, in the morning from the, like, say, the green section. And then 2 hours later, you're going to choose from the pink section. And then 2 hours later, and so you're eating more frequently than, say, every 3 to 4 hours. And what that does is it speeds your metabolism up, for one. I've never had not one person come back and say that this plan does not work. Usually a person loses anywhere between 4 to 10 pounds in the first week. And of course that's water. Most of it is water. But I mean, it's preparing the body to just start shedding that fat after that first initial week. It is a wonderful plan. It's just awesome. Have had tons of success with it. So I've been just trying to get people to go to it, and we've made it very affordable. It's like $25 for the whole package. I've gotten online just to kind of do price checking with other diets, nutritional programs out there, and I come up with $60 to $80, anywhere from $60 to $80, and it was just like, I want to make this affordable because I want people to be on it. I want them to, achieve their goal and stuff, and it lies within the nutrition. It's not really, it is part of what you do in the gym and training and all that, and the supplements. Those are, just extras, but it really lies within the eating plan and what you're doing, the portions and all that. So that's why we created it, just to get it out there and just help as many people as we can.
Well, with the caveman plan, they're getting a nutritional, nutritional guidelines for them to lose weight. Yeah. Now, also, the food is what they can buy in the supermarket. You're not actually supplying the food, are you?
No. Okay. They can take the food list, the one that they would hang on the refrigerator. They can take that to the store as a grocery list. The caveman plan is that it's 5 pages long, and what it is, the first page is basically just instructions, kind of giving them an overview of really what it is. The second page is tips and tricks that athletes use, that I use, like kind of telling you things to keep in your car, just tricks on like how to get your water in daily, how much water you should drink. The third page is the food list that you hang on your refrigerator, and it is a large food list. I also have on that list, it's called Sweet Tooth, and it's got some sweet tooth little things that, if you are craving sugars, you don't, like I said, it's not restricted, so you can have some of these things. It's just portioned out, and everything is portioned out. You don't even have to think about anything. You just look on there and you say, okay, this is how much I can have of this. Go and get it, eat it, and you're done until your next meal. Okay. The fourth page is suggested supplements that we suggest. Supplements, we tell you the healthier condiments to put on your food, the spices, anything like that. And then the last page is a food reference. And basically what that's giving them is tons of fruits. It has lists of fruits and the calories that are in certain fruits, proteins, carbs, just tons of foods on there with, the calories and how much of certain foods that you should eat and things like that. But it's a really good eating plan.
But now when people sign up for the plan, do they get advice and support following that?
Absolutely, yes. My cell number is on there. My direct email is on there. My brother also has an email. address on there as well. If, say, there's men that don't really want to talk to a girl, they can talk to my brother if they have any questions about bodybuilding or anything like that. They can go to that. Support is always there. I love talking to the people and trying to answer their questions and everything like that. And I get a lot of emails.
Oh, that's good. It's
just from that.
But it's not one of these, well, buy this and you're on your own type of situation.
No, absolutely not. No, I'm always there and willing to help answer any kind of questions because, you know, I've been there. I mean, I've been in the dark. I was confused before about food and training and this and that. And, you know, like I said before, I was out to help myself, yet figure it all out so I can help other people too. And that's what I'm going to do.
Well, but this is like also having your own personal nutritionist there without paying a gazillion dollars for that.
Right.
Okay, that's interesting. Well, what were you going to say?
I was just going to mention that also on our website, my brother has created some really awesome workout videos. And he has created these 2-minute workout videos that in 2 minutes after you do this workout, you just got to go and see what this training is, what this exercise is that he's doing. He is just combining several different exercises all in one. You're getting your cardio and you're getting a complete full body workout in 2 minutes. It sounds like, yeah, whatever. No, you go to the video. I've tried it. I was like thrashed after 2 minutes, but it's really neat, and I just want other people to go there and check it out. It's very neat.
Well, what's the website?
It is www.thecavemanplan.com.
Okay, so that's important.
And they can go there.
That's thecavemanplan.com. Go ahead.
Yeah. thecavemanplan.com, and like I said, you can go there. The workouts, the videos and stuff are free to look at. There's a lot of information on there. You can also read about my story, and there's pictures and before and after pictures and all that stuff on there. It's a pretty cool website, though.
Well, I think, you know, anyone that's out there looking for nutritional help, you know, just whether you're competing or not competing, just to get yourself back in a healthy mode, you should definitely go to thecavemanplan.com and check it out and see what Charlotte's talking about. You know, she knows what she's talking about. She's a champion, and she is a spokesperson for a few brands, and she'll hurt you. No, I'm joking. Yeah, but you know,
you're not supposed to say that.
Yeah, heck, I gotta say that you're into too many things. But you told us that people need to make goals and not excuses. Now,
yes.
Do you think that some people just give up on themselves too easily?
I think they do, and I think when if it cannot come from within, then you need to find someone that can help you, either a trainer. I mean, if your goal is to get back into shape and you've just tried it over and over and over and it doesn't work, and you're feeling depressed or this and that, you definitely need to either get some help from someone or try to get a trainer. And just, you know, I mean, trainers are expensive, but to get maybe 8 sessions or something from someone to just give you that motivation so that you can get results and kind of learn a little bit about what's going on there in the gym and the training and all that. Of course, you need to get your nutrition under control first, but just getting with a trainer and learning those, you know, techniques and things that they do would help out a lot.
Okay. Now, I know when you got involved in the fitness competition realm of things, you already went through a few pregnancies. You had your babies. You had things going on. You were on the heavy side because you put on a lot of weight, and you were uncomfortable in your body. You weren't used to that. Like a lot of pregnant women, they put on weight. It's normal. And when you have a baby, sometimes you keep that weight on, and some people, you know, some women get depressed, so on and so forth. Now, how about mental preparedness? How would a new mom that is looking to lose that pregnancy weight get themselves into the right state of mind? Because you've done it, so maybe you can tell them how they can do this.
it has to come from within them. I mean, I have had women come to me and say, I want to do this, I want to do that, and I ask them, are you mentally ready to do this? I mean, you mentally have to make that decision. I can give them the tools and the know-how to get into shape, but they have to apply it. I mean, it has to come from within. They have to do the work. And some women, just and this is with a lot of people that I've met. They say, okay, I've got this trainer, and she's going to make me look like, this certain body type. And it's like, I can only do that if you're going to do the work, if you're going to, help me here, because I can only push you so much and check up on you with my text messaging. Yeah. Only so much. But right. You've got to apply, So I would say once they have really decided that that's it. I mean, and when you say it, that's it, I've had enough, I'm going to get fit, I'm going to get healthy, then let that be the last word and do it. Don't ever look back. Stop going in circles, because that's what I did. I did that for a while. It was just, and it's so depressing. Yeah. When you say those words that you're going to do it, and don't make any other excuse. You just remember those words and just keep going forward. Just do it, and never stop.
I'm glad you said that, because my buddy Jack London, you probably know him. He told me a situation. He's a pro bodybuilder, and he has people that come to him and they want to learn and train and this and that. And he does ask him a quick question, same as you. He says, "Are you ready for this?" And if they say, "Well, yeah, I'm ready to go, but I have a party to go next week, so I'm gonna have to do this, that," and he told me, and it was funny but also true. He said, "Okay, have a nice day," and he walks away, because you're wasting your energy trying to help someone that doesn't want the help. Because if you
I say that to a lot of people. I'm like, now, you're paying me for this, so you either need to do the job, or don't waste my time. And I seriously don't want to waste your time. And then you come back to me and say, why didn't I get results? And it's like, I just don't get that, because it's like they need to understand, and they fully need to be, with it and ready for it. Right. So, and a lot of people, they don't understand how hard it is, to overcome those bad habits, and that they have to break those bad habits and actually schedule in training time. And like I've said before, the eating, I mean, that's one of the main things is the eating, that people, they'll go in and train and do cardio till they're blue in the face, but they're not getting any results. And that's another question that I get is, I come here all the time. In fact, it was a lady last night when I was at the gym, and she was like, I do this all the time. And I was like, you know what? I said, I could tell you right now to buy a ton of sessions from me and let's go train. I said, but I'm going to be very honest with you. I said, it is the eating plan, first and foremost. You change that, you're going to get some results.
Well, I mean, how many times do you see people in a gym for years and years and years and years, and they look the same all the time?
Right.
I know. They're not getting the results, because their eating habits are off and this and that, and you're 100% right. You can train, do cardio till you pass out. You can work out till you pass out. But as far as being healthy and being lean, it comes down to your diet. And
it really does.
Yeah, and again, for people that are looking at the caveman plan or looking at any nutritional plan, they have to be ready, because if you're not mentally prepared to do it, what happens is that it's not successful for them, and it doesn't look, it's like a waste of money, and they kind of start pointing the finger, and I've seen that before. Like, oh, well, you didn't help me. Well, you didn't help yourself. That's your problem,
Exactly. And that's what it boils down to. Absolutely, is just the person being completely ready for it and just ready to work.
So I think you have a great plan there. I think people that are looking to get into shape, that are looking to trim down, they should go to the cavemanplan.com and learn from Charlotte, because you have a lot of input, you and your brother, and you guys have a lot of knowledge that went into this, and I think that is important because you went the rough road. You've taken the rocky paths. You smoothed everything out. You created a path that people can follow if they want to follow.
Right.
But they have to be ready, because it's not an easy road, but it is a road.
Right.
You know.
There is a road.
Yeah, there is. There's a road to greater things. Charlotte, you have a show coming up. We talked about it earlier. Do you want to get into that a little bit, and so people know what you have going on?
Yeah, sure.
Go.
It is September 12th, actually 2 days before my 36th birthday.
Oh, check that. That'd be a good birthday gift for you.
Yeah, I know. So, anyway, it's called, it's NPC Tournament of Champions. I will be entering in 2 divisions this time. One, the open figure, where I compete against, all ages, young girls to about 30, 35. And then I will be in Masters division, competing against the women that are 35 and I think up to 45, 35 to 45 or 35 to 40, something like that. But I'll be in I call it my old ladies division.
Well, you can clean up that day. Oh my God, you can.
Yeah,
oh.
And if I happen to hit overall in both categories or both divisions, I'll bring home four trophies, and this will be actually the very first competition my children are going to go to. So I'm hoping to do a win for them. So
well, I think you're going to do extremely.
They'll be watching.
Yeah, I think you're going to do extremely well. I'm sure of it. I think that your kids are going to have a nice little treat. And they're going to see their mama on stage doing her thing.
Yeah.
And then Rob's going to sit there with a big smile on his face, knowing in the back of his head, I'm not messing with her because she will hurt me. So
oh, you're so funny.
But Charlotte, how can listeners, you said how they can learn about the plan, go to the cavemanplan.com, but how can they find out more about you and your history? I know you have it on that site, but do you have any other sites like a MySpace or something that they can go to?
Yeah, I have a MySpace, and I'm also on Facebook. Also on the All-American EFX website, we have just launched our new website, and they created blog sites for each athlete.
Okay.
Flex Wheeler, me, Laura Bailey.
Flex Wheeler?
And Paris.
Flex Wheeler?
Huh?
I'm not going to go to that site. I'm joking.
Hey, now.
I'm not joking. He's a good guy. Flex is a good guy.
Yeah.
But what's that website? What's the website?
It is www.aafx, or they could do the allamericanefx.com.
Okay. So,
but you get on there and you can go look at all the athletes that are on there and go to their blogs and read their daily blogs and kind of get some, tips, workout tips, and see how their eating plan is too. And just check them out. It's a really, really neat website that we've got going on right now.
Yeah, you have some good people on there, and they can find out a little more about you and find out what you have going on, and so on and so forth. Again, listeners, you want to get into shape, you want to trim down, especially mothers that think that they can't do it, they're depressed, they're sad, like, woe is me, so sad, so sad for myself type of attitude. Cut the tears, go to the cavemanplan.com, put it in your head first before you do it, that this is what you want to do, that you want to stop being overweight, because you were probably thin before then, you got pregnant, then you got a little on the chubby side. So lose that chubbiness, lose that excess weight, and get yourself into shape and be the person that you are. But it all starts with nutrition, as Charlotte said. It all starts. That's the basis for everything at that point.
Yes, it is.
Charlotte, honestly, I think your story is amazing. Yeah, you're welcome. It's an inspiration not only to moms who have lost a child, because that is heartfelt. Not only to people looking to get into shape, but you're an inspiration to anyone that's looking to reach their individual goals, not just in bodybuilding or fitness or things of that nature, just in life. Your story is a story of reaching for the stars, and you set a great example for that, because you were at a point that people would look at you and say, yeah, you're going to go on stage, and they probably chuckle.
Exactly.
They probably chuckle, yeah, chubby, you're going to go on stage. But then all of a sudden, wow, you're one of the most sought after fitness models out there. You're a fitness competitor. You're setting the stage for future things for you, because your career has not even peaked. You're not even close to peaking.
Right.
That's what is interesting, and I think that your future's bright, and I think that your husband Rob, as much as I joked around about it, he's a lucky guy. He is lucky. And now I'm not going to make any more jokes about that, but he's a lucky guy, and your kids are lucky to have such a great mom. And I like to invite you on the show and have you back on down the road. Maybe. In a couple months, after you finish the competition and you're getting ready for other things, I'm sure that you're gonna have a lot of other things going on that we can talk about.
Yeah. I also wanted to mention right fast that after my show, I do a lot of the expos, the real big expos, like the Arnold Sports Festival in Columbus, Ohio, and we're getting ready to go to the Mr. Olympia. And, go to the shows, of course, but to the big expo out there in Las Vegas. And, gosh, if you've never been to one of those expos, go, because it is just so motivating and just awesome. And you can get a lot of free products.
Yeah, but that's later this month, right?
It's at the end of this month, yeah.
Okay,
I think I'm going to be out there on the 24th through the 27th. Mm-hmm. And I believe, let's see, it's the 25th through the 26th, I believe, is the expo and the shows and all that there in Vegas. The Mr. Olympia. It's really awesome.
Okay, so people can go down there, they can meet and greet with you, sign autographs, take pictures, the whole 9 yards. What booth are you going to be in?
I will be with the All-American EFX team, the Natural Freaks, as we call us.
Okay, very good. The Natural Freaks. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, anyone that's going to be down there in Vegas and going to the Olympia, check out Charla, go to the EFX, All-American EFX, right?
Uh-huh.
All-American EFX booth. Check it out. She's a great person. Talk to her. Shake her hand. Just don't hug her, because I think Rob will get jealous and he may hurt you, so I don't know. I don't know. But Charla, it's been great having you on the show. Again, we look forward to having you back on. And until then, good luck on your show. Happy birthday to you.
Thank
And, make it great. And I want to hear that you did well in the show, because I am going to keep tabs on you now. And so when we get you in now, that's a bad thing. You see, I'm on you now. So, but the cavemanplan.com sounds fantastic. And we're going to talk more about that next time. But until then, keep training for your show. Best of luck. Again, happy birthday, and we'll speak to you next time.
Thanks, Lou.
Thanks.
It was an awesome interview with you.
Yeah, thank you for being here, because your story was inspirational.
Thanks. You have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
What is your major malfunction?
So let it be written. So let it be done.
Ladies and gentlemen, my mother thanks you, my father thanks you, my sister thanks you, and I thank you.